Hello, David Allen here. Thanks for checking out this video in which we're not going to learn anything about guitar. I just want to give you a private tour of Guitar Infusion, which just reopened for the Christmas season. Guitar Infusion, what is that? Well, I'm going to tell you all about it, but in a nutshell, it is my flagship program in which I teach guitar players kind of what I teach here on YouTube, but in a much more structured way. You're going to get some theory, improvisation, applied concepts on the instrument with tons of backing tracks. I'm going to show you all about it. If you are interested in this, you should jump on it. There should be a link below because it's only open during Christmas, and I'll tell you why also. And as a bonus, you'll get to see what you usually don't see. What I see when I'm shooting a video, I typically watch over there, and you see the background. Well, you're going to see the other side. So let's jump in. Okay, so here it is, Guitar Infusion. This is what you will see the very first time you log in. And remember, you have unlimited access, so I'm not drip feeding this, which means that I'm not going to release a video, every other week. No, as soon as you purchase this, you get access to the full curriculum. So this is what you see. The curriculum is organized into 4 main sections. We're going to start with Mastery of Modes. And in that section, we have 14 lessons that are going to cover intervals, construction of 7 note scales, how these scales relate to different chords, how to extract chords from these scales, and all of that is found in that first module. Each lesson is about 30 minutes-ish, so that first module, that first section is going to take you a little while. I usually recommend students that they take 1 lesson per week. They watch the video on Monday or whenever they want, and then the rest of the week they kind of work through the exercises that are in this lesson. This is, in my opinion, the best way to make the most out of this program. The Guitar Infusion course is not, I'm going to get really good really fast. No, it's really giving you the foundation. Each lesson builds on the next, and that's why it's really important that students understand everything that has been explained in a lesson before moving on to the next. So that's for the first module here. Once you complete that first module, you can move on to the second one, which is Pentatonic Secrets. And I realize that a lot of players start with pentatonic scales because it's an easy scale to play. I decided not to do that with this course because I think if you have a solid understanding of 7 note scales, modes, then when you get into pentatonic playing, you are going to be able to have a lot more options when you're playing. You're not just going to rely on that pentatonic box. You're going to see some things, and I will guide you through it. That's why it's called Pentatonic Secrets, that are going to allow you to truly extract from these pentatonic scales some notes that are not necessarily common notes to be played, but they really make a difference between a strict pentatonic player and a player who can play those strict pentatonic licks, but add the magic flavor to these pentatonic scales. So that's module number 2. Moving on, we have freedom of improvisation. So freedom of improvisation will cover different concepts, building on the mastery of modes and the pentatonic scales, and adding some concepts using those 2 ways of thinking, modes, pentatonic scales, and adding some exotic scales into that, combining the simplicity of the pentatonic scales with the complexity of the modes to create something that sounds more elegant in your playing. We're also going to cover some diminished scales and just moving a little bit outside of the pentatonic and mode world in that section, freedom of improvisation. And then we get into the 4th section, which is application. In the application module, you can see there's a lot of lessons there. There are 47 lessons. Each lesson comes with a backing track that truly illustrates the concept that we're covering in that particular lesson. So in this module, everything will be brought to life. All the improvisations in there are tabbed for you, but this is not let's learn a solo and play it perfectly type of thing. It's more than that. You can do that, and I recommend that you do take some sections and memorize them, but most importantly, in this section, the application section, The important thing is to understand the idea. Think of it as, if you've been watching the YouTube channel, think of it as a traditional David Wallman YouTube video, but a little further and a little more targeted. And you have the backing track there. Now, all the backing tracks can be downloaded, of course, and the application section, which comes fourth in the course, is not the only time you're going to apply what you're learning, because you're going to apply everything that you learned in the course from the very first lesson right here, intervals. Each lesson comes with exercises, charts, backing tracks for you to use what you have just learned in the lesson. So I'm going to show you what a lesson looks like. We will start with this one here. The start here on the top, you can see that. That's just a welcome video. I'll let you discover that once you buy the course. But we start right away with intervals, which is the basis, I think, of anything musical. And this is the presentation of a lesson. You will have the video, which you can play.
Hi, welcome to week 1. This is probably the most important week. Don't skip it.
Okay, and so forth. And of course, you can pause and you can move forward in the lesson. You can come back to it as many times as you want. There are a few simple options here. You can change in the settings the quality of the video, which will allow you, if the video is lagging a little bit, because this will stream. It should have no problem, but if streaming this you have some issues, well, you can change the quality if your internet connection is a little slow. Underneath each video, you will find the PDFs or the charts or the backing tracks, whatever is relevant to the video that you're studying. So in this case, we've got some shapes that we're covering, that I cover in the video. You can download this, of course, to use later on. And if there are backing tracks, well, you'll find it underneath as well. There are no backing tracks in this particular lesson, but that's kind of the layout of the lesson. It's very, very simple to use. And once you finished watching this one, well, you can either go straight to the next one right here on the left side, or click complete and continue, and that'll take you to lesson number 2 and so forth. And you can revisit, of course, any lesson that you have studied. The system will show you what you have studied. So here it's grayed out, intervals is grayed out. That doesn't mean that you can't see it again. You can click back and watch this video one more time. Super simple to use. Now this is, think of it as a Netflix for guitar. That's kind of the layout of the course. You can stream this anywhere you want, and that's how this course was intended to be. Anywhere you have an internet connection, you can just log in with your private, secure account and watch the video. Now, I'm using a computer right now. You can use this on a desktop, of course, a laptop, Mac, PC, Linux. It doesn't matter as long as you have an internet connection. And if you are an iOS user, well, you can download the free Teachable app. I'll tell you all about it in the lesson, but you can access your course on the iPad. It's the same exact course that you're seeing on the computer, and it works the same way. Just click here and we'll just watch this video. And you can study on the go like that. The cool thing with the app is that if you want to view this offline, you can. You can download the videos on the app. I don't recommend it because those videos are really large. The best way to use this is to watch it on a computer or on your phone with your guitar and do these exercises. But that's in a nutshell what you get with Guitar Infusion. There is tons of content in this, and I'm extremely proud of this. This has been years in the making, and quite a few students have taken this. This is based on the exact curriculum that I taught my private students. And I stopped teaching privately about 4 years ago to concentrate on this. What does that mean? Well, that means that I give full support to any students on there. So if you are on this lesson and you have a question, just scroll down, just leave your question right here. And you see there's a few questions. I answer all of them, right? All the questions are answered typically within 24 hours, sometimes less. I will just jump in and answer. So you have unlimited support if you're a student of this. That's the Guitar Infusion course. I'm very, very excited about this. Check it out. It's not open all the time. Why? Well, because of that same exact reason. Because I give unlimited support to all the students, I jump in and answer questions. If I left this open year long, well, the support would kind of like go down because I can't, I only have 24 hours in a day. So I can't answer all the questions if I had so many students log in and take the course at the same time. So I do it in steps. Like I open the course, I'll let some students take that course. And then once they completed the course, once they're a little further, I reopen it. And that is, if you're watching this video, what is happening. The course is open right now. And at the time of filming this, it's Christmas season. So that's why. So jump on it. There should be a link below for you to check that out. If the link takes you to, oh no, you missed it page or not accessible, you missed it. I'm sorry. But I will tell you if this reopens, and it most likely will. I just have to leave the flow of students just complete some of the courses so I can have more time to answer this. I'll let you know. The best way to know is to be on my newsletter. And how do you get on my newsletter? Well, all the videos will lead you to the newsletter. You will download a free thing that goes over each video, and you'll be placed on my newsletter. All right. I hope you enjoy this. If you're interested in applying theory and progressing as a player and being a better musician on the instrument and really understand how music works, to compose, improvise, play with others, jam, or just be a better musician altogether, this is your program. Thanks so much for watching this. I'll see you very soon. Practice well.